Hi, I'm Lynette and welcome. Today I am going to be showing you the stuff that I'm liking right now. These are makeup items. Today they're all makeup items. Okay, one skincare item. Products that you may have seen in a previous Get Ready With Me or a previous haul video, or you may not have seen them at all. But I've been using them and I've been liking them so much that I felt the need to come here and share them with you. So if you'd like to know what all these products are that I've been loving so much, then just keep watching. So I want to start off by saying hello and welcome to my new subscribers. I've got a few new subscribers over the last couple of months. Welcome. Thank you for joining the family. Our small community is growing. We're almost to 2,000 subscribers, y'all. So please go ahead and tell your friends and your fellow makeup lovers about me. Don't keep me a secret. And if this is your first time here and you have not subscribed yet, then after you watch this video, I hope that you will go ahead to my channel, take a look around, and if you see anything else you like, that you'll consider subscribing, because I'm here every Saturday. I'm here Wednesdays too, but I don't really advertise the fact that I'm here on Wednesdays, but I'm here on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Saturdays for sure, doing makeup tutorials, haul swatches, and reviews. And to my peeps that are here, that have been supporting me for the long run, thank you. You know how I feel about y'all. Thank you. Okay, let's get into the video. Things I've been liking right now. And first off, I'm going to start with the one skincare item, and it's from Ulla Henriksen, and it's the Banana Bright Eye Cream. And this is a sample, but it lasted me pretty long. As you can see, it's empty. It lasted me for a minute. Now, I don't know if I was supposed to use it once a day or twice a day. It didn't come with any instructions, and I was too lazy to go to Sephora and look up on how to use it, read up on how to use it. But I used it once a day in the morning before putting on all my makeup, and I like it. It hasn't brightened my under eyes. Nothing has brightened my under eyes, and I've gone through quite a few eye creams. Okay, so I wasn't expecting it to do that. I just wanted something that was gonna moisturize my skin, make it feel hydrated, make it feel like it's not dry. And this does that for me. I like the consistency of it. You don't need a lot. It spreads really easily. I spread it under and then I tap it in. I put it all over the eye and tap it in, and it dries pretty quickly. And yeah, it's just nice. So I did go on ahead and order it in the full size because I liked it that much. And now for the makeup. Let's talk about foundation. Something that I wasn't supposed to be buying in 2021. So if you haven't seen my video, makeup that I'm not going to buy in 2021, I talked about all the stuff that I'm not going to buy, and foundation was supposed to be one of them. But in that video, okay, see, in that video, what had happened was I had some exceptions, and this foundation was supposed to be an exception, and I had it written in my notebook, and I had it in front of me, and I didn't read it. I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget, and then I forgot. So it's from Fenty Beauty, and it's the it's the Pro Filter Powder Foundation. And I knew when this dropped that I was gonna buy it. I had already known it, so I meant to tell you that in that video, that this was the exception. I was planning to buy this all along, but I forgot. I also in that video was supposed to tell you that an exception was the Fenty Beauty lip creams that came out recently too. I haven't bought those yet, but those are an exception too. So if you see me roll up in here with them, I don't want to see you rolling your eyes and any of that, okay? Because that was supposed to be an exception too. But anyway, the powder foundation, I have it in the shade 400. And 410 is the shade that I wear it in, the liquid Pro filter. Soft matte filter, whatever. That liquid foundation that's matte. I wear it in 410, and I watched a lot of videos and knew to go at least down one shade because they're darker than what you are in the liquid matte foundation. And I'm glad I did, because this is the right shade for me, and it's a really cute compact. I know you've seen it, this is nothing new, with a mirror, and then you open it and there is a powder sponge, a sponge in here that I've never used and probably won't, and then another mirror. I think this is more magnifying mirror. Yeah, really, really cute, and I really like it. Now, I don't use it as a foundation, I use it as a setting powder. I like pressed powders to use to set my foundation, so that's how I've been using this, and it's really nice, it's really light, and I don't see that it gives me a lot of extra coverage or anything, but it sets down my makeup very nicely. And the only problem with it, however, is the same problem I have with just about every complexion product I buy from Fenty. I love the Fenty complexion products, but they don't love me back. I believe this breaks me out. Just like all the other Fenty Beauty complexion products. Yeah, I've noticed that my skin has not been looking good. I've had little bumps, I've had acne, and I'm like, what in the hay is happening? So I think this might be the culprit. So I have since stopped using it, and then if my skin ever gets back to normal, then I'll try it again to make sure that this is the culprit, but I think it is. But I hope not, because I really like this powder, and I would like to continue using it to set my foundation. Concealer. There is a concealer that I tried last year, but I got it in the wrong shade, ordered it online, got it in the wrong shade, and just could not use it because the shade just would not work. So I finally got it in the right shade. It's from Pat McGrath Labs, and it's her concealer. I don't know what the whole name is for the concealer, but it's the concealer. And I have it in the shade, I ended up getting it in the shade M17, which looks super, super light. Even now, it still looks super light to me, and it looks a lot more neutral. I like a gold undertone, a warm golden undertone, and this is more of a neutral undertone, but it works. It works. When I first watched it, I was like, oh, hell no. But it works. It is bright. It is bright. It is bright. But I use very little, and you only need a little because a little goes a long way. It's a thicker consistency, which I'm sure you're all aware of because this is not a new item. But yeah, it's kind of on the thick side, and like I do with all my concealers, I do use it to brighten my under eye, and I use just a little bit, just like a dot of it in the inner corner, and I let it sit, which is what I do with my concealers under the eye. I let it sit, and then before it completely dries, I blend it out, and it goes a long way, and I find that the coverage is better that way. Also, I get more of it fuller coverage doing it in that way. So yeah, I've really been enjoying it. I have been wanting to try it, had it but couldn't use it, and now that I have it, I've been alternating it with my other concealers. And yeah, I like it. I wouldn't even mind getting this in a shade that actually matches me, a real concealer shade, but it's gonna be a while. I've got plenty of concealers, and I would definitely have to go in store and swatch before I tried to find this again, because that whole guessing game just never works out for me. So yeah, I've been really enjoying this. Now, some unlikely favorites, or some unlikely things I've really been liking. Eyeliners. I know eyeliners are probably as unexciting as brow products, but there have been some liners I've been enjoying them. One of them is from Urban Decay. It's their 24/7 eye pencil, and it's in the shade Demolition. And Demolition is just a dark brown. It's a cool dark brown, and it's just nice. It's just really nice. You know, I normally use the Urban Decay pencils in my waterline, so I have a lot of colorful ones that I use in my waterline. Rarely do I ever use them, because they're colorful, rarely do I ever use them to tight line or to use on my actual lash line. And I've been using this when I do my neutral looks and I need a brown liner. I've been using this and I've really been enjoying it because it's really creamy, but it stays all day, and I have time if I want to smudge it out. You know, it's not so matte that I can't smudge it. I can still smudge it, and then it'll last me. I'm rubbing it now and it's coming off, but you know, it's not completely off. So yeah, I've used these pencils for years. I've loved them for years, and definitely could see myself repurchasing this in this color once again. So really been liking this. And another eyeliner that I've been liking, who knew, it's from it's from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it's her liquid liner, and it's just called Liquid Liner. And it's in the color black. I don't even know if it has a color on it, but this is black. I think it's the only one she has, and it's a liquid liner, and I'm really not adept with liquid liners, so I don't ever really use them. You just unscrew it, but it's got a long tip, like felt tip on it, or is this a brush tip? It has a long tip on it, okay? And look how thin it is, so you can really do precise like wings with it. And it's just, look at that, it's so black, so liquidy. It goes on really easily, really smoothly, whether I have glitter on, whether I have glittery eyeshadows, one of these which I'm about to show you, really glittery eyeshadow, it doesn't matter, it goes over everything. It's really, really black, and it's easy to apply, you know, if you know what you're doing. It's, you know, it's liquidy, easy to apply, and then when it sets down matte, and it doesn't go anywhere. It does not go anywhere. Like, look, it's already dry, and it's not moving. So yeah, I really have been enjoying this. It's taken some time, and I have to continue to practice using it. Like, I used it today and totally messed up my eye look and had to start all over again. Yeah, but it's really nice. Now this came in the sultry. They re-released the sultry eyeshadow palette over the holidays, so it came with that palette and a small sample of the eyeshadow primer. So I don't even know if this is a full-size liner or not, but yeah, I could definitely see myself repurchasing this when it's done. I'm just gonna keep practicing. I'm gonna keep practicing. But yeah, really like this. Okay, and then the last two items are eyeshadows. One is an eyeshadow single, and another is a palette. So the eyeshadow singles that I've been enjoying of late, they are from Divina Cosmetics, and they are these right here. So this row here, the Aurora Flares, and this row here, and I'm actually wearing one of the Aurora Flares on my eyes today. Particularly, I've been using these four right here. These are multi-chrome, super glittery shadows, and I've been using them as just like a pop of fabulousness on my eyes. This is the shade Centaurus. I did swatch these. I believe I swatched all of these in a video already, so if you're interested in seeing that, go ahead and check out that video. And this is what Centaurus looks like swatch, and as you can see, it's red, orange, gold, and it's got a pink, more pink than red. Sorry, yeah, it looks kind of red too, but it's got pink, it's got gold, and it's got a lot of glitter, and it's just like a dual look. And then I'll even put it on top of an eyeshadow, and I'll just use my finger and tap it over, or just tap it right in the middle, the center of the lid, and it just it just brings the whole look up a whole couple notches. Really, really pretty. Now, I would suggest you use a glitter glue when using these because they are very glittery. And if you are a mature woman like myself with mature eyes, folds, wrinkles, definitely use a glitter glue, and it will, and it may highlight or emphasize the lines and the crepiness. Okay, because they are so glittery and sparkly. So just want you to know that. But yeah, they are really beautiful, and they will they're just nice to just as like a little accent, like boop, you pop it on and it looks like you did a whole lot more with your eyeshadow than you did. So yeah, I've been enjoying them. I'm still getting used to using them because I have crepey eyelids, so you know, I have to be careful, but they're really, really beautiful, and I wanted to mention them because I have been enjoying them. And last but not least is an eyeshadow palette that I don't know if I'd say I've been enjoying it, but I've been using it. I've been using it as sort of a workhorse palette. It's from Colourpop, and it is the Stone Cold Fox palette. As you know, I was on a cool toned eyeshadow kick mission at the end of last year, and I bought the Natasha Denona Glam palette, and then I bought this palette. And I wanted to do a review, but I just didn't because there's 30 eyeshadows in here, and I wanted to use them all to give you a real review, and I just don't see that happening. But I have been using it, and it took me a minute to use it because I did use the Glam palette. I did 3 looks with that palette and got bored pretty quickly, so it took me a minute to open up and dig into this palette. And another reason why it took so long, 2 more reasons why it took so long, is because there's 30 eyeshadows in here, and it did feel a bit overwhelming every time I opened it. And every time I opened it, I thought, a lot of uncooked, unseasoned chicken up in here. So that was another reason why it took me a minute. But I finally did use it, and I'm so glad that I did. And how I started using it is I broke the eyeshadows down into columns. So you have your mauve row here, and then you have your lighter toned beiges here, and then you have your cooler toned beige, platinum type shadow, bronzy type shadows, and then you have your grays, and then more cool beiges, and then more taupes, more mauves. And so yeah, that helped me. So if you have a palette, or if you have this palette and you feel overwhelmed every time you open it because there's so many eyeshadows and you're like not sure what look to do or what shadows to use or what shadows to put together, then break it down into columns, and that will definitely help. So that's how I've been using it. I've used the columns. I've been doing monochromatic looks. If you're interested in seeing all the looks that I've done with this palette, head on over to my Instagram. I posted them all there, and I really like every look that I've created. I've created mauve toned monochromatic looks. I've done some cool toned taupe looks. I've done some gray toned looks. So I've been working her. I've been working her. She's dirty. She's dirty because she's very powdery. Very powdery. So if you're someone that doesn't like a lot of kick up, be warned that you're going to get a lot in this palette, especially these shadows here. It seems like these shadows are really, really creamy. The ones at the bottom, when I put my finger in it and swatch them, they feel, especially this one, this cool toned brown shade, it feels like a cream when I put my finger in it. So I don't know if these are cream to powder shadows that are mixed in here, but very nice. But those tend to be a lot more powdery than the others. There seem to be a few different formulas in here. They have their regular like shimmer metallic shadows, but there's like at least one in here that's more of a topper shade, a thin topper shade. So they got a little bit of everything, but it all works. And even there's one shade that I used here, this one right here, that I guess is too close to my skin tone for it to show up. I put it in my crease thinking it was going to warm up my crease, and it didn't do anything. So but even the light shades, they show up. So I've used this one, I've used that one, they show up. So they're pigmented. Colourpop has pigmented eyeshadows, and they are super easy to blend. Oh my gosh, especially these creamy ones. So pigmented, but so easy to blend. And so every time I use this palette, it's a one and done. I have all the shadows that I need to do a look, and it's so easy, so quick for me to do a look with it. And what I've been doing lately, like I did today, when I need like I needed like a darker brown to wear with these shadows that I'm wearing today. So I use this one and pop that on the outer V and into the crease. And so I've been using it as a companion palette. So when I need like a mauve tone shade to put in my crease, or a gray, or a gray taupe shade, I just open this palette, grab one of these, use one of these eyeshadows, and I'm able to complete a look using my singles or in combination with other palettes. So this is a really nice palette. Did not expect that I would use it as much as I have. Again, I was using it because I was trying to get a review out to you, but I continue to use it because it's just an easy palette to use. It's just one and done, especially if you like monochromatic cool tone looks. So I think it's a really nice palette for anyone to have in their collection. It's kind of like a foundation palette. You have all the cool tones you probably ever need, metallics, matte shadows, and good for beginners as well as people who are a lot more skilled. It's just a really good formula for everyone. So yeah, surprised, but yeah, really been liking this. Let me know down below, what are some of the makeup products you have been liking. If you liked this video, then please give it a like and consider subscribing, because I do makeup tutorials, hauls, swatches, and reviews every Saturday. And don't forget to share the channel, share my videos with other makeup lovers that you may know. I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope to see you again next week. Until then, bye-bye.